You guys have seen us go to Walmart multiple times to buy their cheapest PC, but today we're gonna go to Staples and do the same thing.
Staples, the store for office supplies, not really for gaming PCs, but we're gonna turn one of their PCs into gaming PCs after a word from today's sponsor, Shopify, which we'll talk about here in a bit. They're our go-to place to sell PCs for our PC business, PC Bros, and we'll tell you about how you can start your own store on Shopify today. And yeah, we'll talk more about Shopify here in a bit. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get on our field trip. Yeehaw. Let's get going. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's go to Staples. I don't know what that was, guys, but you know what? We're going to Staples, as Jackson mentioned. We have a PC we're picking up, which is similar to the one we got from Walmart, right?
From Walmart, we picked up the OmniDesk Slim. So like a little SFF PC with an i3, 8 gigs of DDR5, no graphics card, and I think like a 256 gig SSD. And that one was $479. This PC is a full tower, so bigger graphics card. And we're looking at about 550 or 500 sometimes, depending on when you look. Double the storage, double the RAM.
Nice. So this one, again, with being the fuller size, we had the option to put a different GPU in, which we already have, by the way. We got a 1050 Ti, correct? A full-size 1050 Ti, which is a nice budget GPU to throw in a system like this. And really, we just want to see, just like the Walmart video, what can it do out of the box? How can it game or not game on the integrated graphics? And then we'll slap in that graphics card to see if the upgrade makes it decent in terms of price performance for those people who just want to go to their local store, buy a PC today, and be able to game. All right, we're pulling up to Staples.
King iPhones.
Next to King iPhones. Yeah, King iPhones is where we're actually gonna get our PC.
So yeah, I know the build that we were gonna get, it was in stock for 500. And if we had just done the video like a little bit earlier, we probably could have came and picked it up in stock, but now it's 550 and we had to order it to this store.
Yep.
I think it was in stock in like a couple other stores, but they were like pretty far away, so.
Order to store, we go get. Yep, we'll see what else they have while we're in there. We had a really good moment on camera, I swear.
It said unsupported format and then the video file's gone.
iPhone. I am looking at a new iPhone, which the thing is at 1 o'clock today, so I don't know, man, I don't know. But we're here. We looked at the gaming chairs. I guess we'll go back and show you some of that in a minute, but we're looking for a battery right now. Oh, wait a minute.
Ooh.
Razer's here now? I remember seeing something about how some Staples in like California had PC parts, and I don't know if that's ever gonna become a thing here. They really just spread batteries everywhere.
Dude, yeah, I don't understand like why there can't be like, well, because there's more over here.
I know this is a random side quest, guys. We're looking for a battery for our doorbell, but it seems like they spread their batteries across the entire store. Is it 1632?
I think so. Look, someone tried to take it. They only have one left, dude.
1632.
And someone tried to yoink it.
It's used.
Maybe. 1632. This is what we came here for, chat.
Well, since the recording stuff, I guess we'll show them the chairs again real quick.
Oh yeah. Basically what we're trying to get at is, do you guys want a full office, or I keep saying Office Depot. Do you guys want a full Staples gaming setup?
Because we can do the monitor. Yeah, we're over here too, I forgot to say, there's a monitor, there's an Asus TUF gaming monitor. There's the PC that we're actually getting, but this is just a sealed shell. It's just a box. How about this is a PC Bros idea, you know? So we don't get Nissan Ultimate again. Asus TUF right there, probably a high refresh rate monitor. So we got the monitor. Emerge. Arrow.
That's what brand these all are. It must be like their thing.
It must be.
They're pretty cheap too. They're like usually like, oh, this one's, wow.
Look what happens when you lean back with this.
Yeah, that's, oh, the whole thing goes back?
The arms go back.
That goes kind of hard.
Oh, okay. This one's actually kind of firm.
130 bucks.
What are we doing?
Oh, dude, that is, Jonah, you need to try that. Lean back in her.
It's kind of smooth.
It's like the smoothest chair I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's not normal.
All right, so should we go ask for our PC?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know if we got that on camera. That might have gotten deleted too, but yeah, normally the PC is here for about 500 bucks, but we kind of waited a little too long and now it's like 550 and we had to order it into Staples. So, you know, use case. We have a pickup for Jackson. I also realized that was like not messed up. My mic was like just like, no, dude, I mean, I feel like they looked sketched out. Dude, look at this. Someone really tried to yoink this.
Oh, here it is.
You have either ID or if you have the email for the pickup that has the barcode in it.
Sweet.
And we wanted to buy his battery too.
I can help you with that over here on this side.
All right, thank you.
You too.
Oh yeah, well, hold up, let me pause. Jonah be coming in to film looking like that all the time. But before my phone decides to corrupt this file, we're gonna get back in the car real quick and talk about today's video sponsor, Shopify, because you know, they're a good resource for you businesses out there. PC Bros started with just the good idea of selling great gaming PCs at great prices, and we were able to do that with Shopify.
And it's crazy to think that we've been selling on Shopify for 5 years now, and we're able to offer some of the best prices because Shopify has some of the lowest seller rates we've seen.
And as PC gamers, we did not have a lot of background in running a business or managing a website. And with Shopify, they do all that for us and even help us accept customer payments for our PCs.
There are so many customization options for your website as well. We love the discounted shipping rates we get, and it makes shipping PCs so much cheaper than anywhere else we've gone.
Or if you're not into shipping and you just want to focus on your in-person store, you can do that too, or be like PC Bros and do both.
Another thing that's super cool is you can actually link your social media accounts to Shopify so you can get even more sales.
The way we see it, you can keep sitting on your ideas, or you can turn those ideas into reality today. Go to shopify.com/ToastyBros today, and big thanks again to Shopify for sponsoring today's video. Now I'm gonna get off the sign and back to unboxing a PC.
All right, guys, so
My bad.
we're back at the
My
office.
bad.
Shopify would never do that to me.
No, Shopify wouldn't do that to you. They don't like give you a good website. All right, we're done with the ad read, I promise. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the OmniDesk, which again, we saw the small form factor one from Walmart. It was pretty cool. It was very minimal, nothing too crazy. Again, it's still proprietary hardware like all these Office PCs are, but this one, being a more traditional mid-tower, we could put a full-size GPU in it.
Yeah, and so the big drawback, and I'm curious to see, I did double check, I watched a teardown. It is the same power supply, 180 watts.
That is weird.
So that made it to where our options were 30, 56 gig, because this thing, so the issue is, there's like no SATA. So it's like, even if we wanted to somehow adapt this, to be able to take a graphics card that takes like an 8-pin, I genuinely don't know of an easy way to do it, which we'll see when we open if there's a better way, but when I watch teardowns, our options were literally a graphics card that does not need external power.
Now, I will say the iGPU the last time was not performing very well because we thought there was something with the motherboard holding it back.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be curious to see what that actually looks like performance-wise. And also, I think there was single-channel memory. It is DDR5 though, right?
It's DDR5, 16 gigs this time, so it's double the RAM, but it is one stick. And they're very transparent about that, which I appreciate.
So yeah, maybe the iGPU will perform better, but it looks like
Maybe.
we got a keyboard and mouse, essential with the Office PC.
I think the mouse might be in that one. But yeah, I think this is HP's, little rinky-dink keyboard. It's okay, it works. It's Office.
This looks like it's been through it.
Probably is an Amazon return. All right, HP. Yep, Omron switches.
Apple-esque power plug, which we need to hurry up because I got to watch the Apple event here at 1 o'clock.
He's a Jobs shill.
Jobs show.
A Jobs
An Apple
bootlicker.
sheep, as Grim would say in our Discord.
So we're gonna need a flathead to open this thing up. I know another bragging point about this is it has one more USB port.
Whoa!
The other one had like 8, this one has 9. That's what it said.
Let's see what the inside looks like. I feel like it's gonna be like a barren wasteland.
Yeah, like just really empty.
Probably.
It is interesting that this one's just not small form factor. I wonder like what's their reasoning for making a mid-tower like this still?
Now, I feel like we did this. Did we go over what the CPU and everything is yet?
No, not really.
Okay, what is it then, Jackson?
So it's an i5-14400 non-F. So this one actually has the efficiency cores, the performance cores. It's not a 4-core 8-thread like the i3. This one's actually a 10-core 16-thread. Pretty small board still. We have a single stick DDR5 4800 megahertz 16 gig. And let me double check it. Let's just take it out. I think it's an SK Hynix. That's what HP usually does.
Might be smooth brain for this, but shouldn't it be in the left slot?
I would assume with this being a proprietary board, there's probably a reason for it.
And I think we got 5600 megahertz. I mean, it says 5600B.
Okay.
So I think I was supposed to be 4800 is what the listing said. So I guess we got an upgrade. Yeah, i5 underneath this stock cooler, which, I mean, it's like a little bit small. Let's see if I can just take this off, see what the actual size of it is.
Has the little heat channel, which they think fixes all the problems of it being a baby cooler. Not
it's
amazing.
A little bit bigger than normal, but yeah, I don't know, I am curious, will this help? Because I don't feel like I see these a whole lot. Usually it's just like that. Now the drive, I think this is one of those really
It is a fast gen port. It's an SN
really fast
5000S.
Yeah, and this is a 512 gig. I think the i3, the listing said 256, but was it?
I think it was 512.
It might have been 512.
I think so, because I remember getting more games installed than that, so.
Yeah, and then the power supply, it's double checked, but I think it's rinky dink. 80 plus gold, total do not exceed 180 watts.
I feel like they're not saving that much money going that low wattage, because like look at the room they have here. I guess they're probably saving money because they can use the same power supply in both systems.
Everything.
But even then, like there's room, they just don't have the tooling for a full-size power supply.
Well, and you know what else too is like, look at this. Like, not only do we not have any SATA power on the board or for the actual power supply, like this is it. There's no extra cables. I think this could be an extra, CPU 4-pin, which could probably be beneficial for this i5.
Yeah, so this is interesting. Everything's proprietary. I mean, look, you just have two 4
holy
pins
crap, yeah, this
plugging
is-
into the entire board.
That's the 4-pin. That's the actual like 24-pin. but
Yeah.
it's 4.
Which is crazy and weird, I'll be honest with you. But you know what? That's kind of the trend we've noticed with HP, Dell, and all of them with their new pre-builds. They tend to cut corners in that regard, and it makes it kind of hard to upgrade them. But in this video, we'll see what it's like now, and then what the upgrade is like.
And then the one other advantage with this, which I feel like we don't talk about a lot, is these usually do come with pretty good Wi-Fi and Bluetooth cards in them. So that's really it.
All right, let's turn it on. See if it works. If it don't work, that'd be kind of sad. It's an HP.
It's an HP.
Yeah, anything destroying HP, go watch that video, please.
All right, turn her on. All right, there it goes. Just took a minute.
And also not sponsored, but I'm waiting for the inevitable Signal RGB comment where they say, nothing screams more gamer than single channel memory.
Oh, I didn't even notice too that like this is where a back fan would go, but instead it's that channel. So there's no fans.
There's no fans. That's why it's so quiet.
It is really quiet, but I'm curious how much will that ramp up when we start the game.
This is going to be interesting. Let's download some games.
All right, guys. So we got our games downloaded, but we got to do the quick bloatware check. So the biggest thing, right? We open the PC, we get McAfee, which welcome. We're glad you're here. Antivirus software. We personally hate them because as you see, your trial protects you for a limited time. Buy now to stay protected. These companies just have, these big, massive agreements with antivirus softwares in order to get included on a PC, and then they basically pay them. And yeah, Windows Defender is free. It's built into Windows. It works amazing. As you can see, McAfee on our list in terms of like its memory usage is up there with Steam, so basically it's the second most used thing for RAM right now. It's not a ton, but it's still annoying. We haven't even set it up and it's already using 0.2 gigabytes of our RAM. So first thing I'm gonna do is delete that and then we're gonna game. But other than that, there's not too much on here. I see that they have like the Omen Command Center, which is, it's kind of just wild. I don't even know why we need the Omen Gaming Hub to come with a PC that's not for gaming. Like, by the way, guys, all these like optimizers and all this crap, if on a laptop, sure, can be important. On a PC like this, it's stupid to have. I would just get rid of all this stuff if you can. Ladies and gentlemen, we are playing CS2 to be exact. CS2 2.7252, I don't really know. But anyways, we're running this game just like we did on the i3 PC, because I thought it'd be fun to run the same games that we played before when we tested out the 14th gen i3. So low settings, native 1080p. Now we are running, I guess it's native, but we are running, you have to run fidelity question mark. Oh, you can do disabled actually, but we ran balanced before. So same settings, everything should be the same. Oh my gosh, I just missed that. And before we were getting like, at 1080p, we were getting not much more FPS than this actually. Hopefully McAllister can do a little bit of cross-referencing. I feel like we were probably getting like 30s more often, so we might be getting an extra like 5, maybe 10 FPS at most. I don't know if the response time's any better. I mean, I feel like it might be a little smoother than before. I thought I had to run it at 720p. I'm gonna start playing bots. And that made it like semi-playable. It really didn't get much more FPS. I'm not even gonna bother testing 720p because we know we'll get a little bit more FPS, not much more. And honestly, this is like playable in the extent of like, I just want to play the game. I'm not trying to be competitive, because how could you be competitive in this game anyways, based on what I'm going through? Anyways, oh, I'm not having a good time with this. This is like horrible, but we'll try it possibly again with the graphics card, but we do have some games that are more demanding that I don't know if they'll launch. And I know before we couldn't get them to launch with our GPU or without our GPU. Yeah. But yeah, so the long story short is it's definitely better than the i3 was, but I do think that adding the 1050 Ti is gonna be a good amount better. I am curious though how much worse it's gonna be than when we added a 3050 to the i3 system, which obviously made the cost a lot more. I mean, it made it go up like 200 bucks. The 1050 Ti that we bought was like $65. So I'm curious about how much like better the price to performance, or maybe worse it may be. So let's go ahead and go to Fortnite. All right, guys, we are playing Fortnite Blitz right now, and we're running 1920 by 1080, unlimited frame rate, performance mode, everything on low, and we're set to 50% render scale, so we're probably running more like 720p. And this is actually what we ran before in our i3 system. And the i3, the max boost we were seeing was we were hitting like 65 watts, which is pretty impressive actually for an i3 in an office system. I will say right now, it doesn't look like the CPU is doing a lot less than it was before. It's the iGPU in the CPU that's running a lot higher wattage. to the point that this PC overall is actually pulling a good amount more watts. Our i3 system was only pulling around like it was 100 watts or less even in games. I just looked over and this one was pulling like 130 something. So hopefully once we relieve the iGPUs of its duties, we have extra watts to work with for our 1050 Ti, because that card is going to pull some power. You know, I mean, it's not going to be much. It'll be 75 watts or less, because that's all the PCIe rail can provide, is about 75 watts without external power. And obviously, if our CPU is still pulling like 130 watts, you know, give or take, if it's using the iGPU still for whatever reason, and our actual GPU is trying to pull like 75 watts, this is gonna be a close one. But we have a watt meter, so we're gonna tell you guys exactly what it's doing. So you guys will get the full rundown. Oh my God, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. But yeah, we're getting much better FPS than we were before, by the way. On the i3 PC, it was like, I have 3 of the same rifle. It was struggling. I mean, it was getting like maybe 60 FPS at best. So this thing definitely has a lot more CPU horsepower. I think the iGPU is probably, I think it's the same. I think it's the UHD 730 on both. I don't know if this one allows any more usage or higher rate, but this is a CPU intensive game. It's Fortnite and we're on performance mode. So it makes sense that this technically being a better CPU, even though the GPU, the iGPU is the same, it's the fact that we have a better CPU to work with overall. We could probably even lower the render, or raise the render scale a little bit. We could probably put it up to like, I don't know, maybe 75% and still get somewhat similar results. But I think it's fun comparing these two, you know, apples to apples, because I know normally when we do these videos, we'll often test different games, all kinds of things, but I was, you know, this video is so close to the other one, which by the way, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's, we bought the cheapest PC at Walmart. We did this video about 2 months ago by the time this video comes out. We definitely put a lot into the PC after everything was said and done, because we had to upgrade the RAM and we had to upgrade the GPU. So this time we should only need to upgrade the CPU. Which I will say, you know, maybe we're getting better results too, because we do have double the RAM. It still is single channel, so there is more performance to be had if it was dual, but it's definitely not as big of a difference as it used to be. Is this guy really gonna wait to push? He's over here, right? Wait, I swear I just saw him move. Where did he go? Oh wow, he's really playing the waiting game. Ah, come on. But yeah, I remember before it like pretty much wasn't playable. Like, I mean, Matt played it, like it worked, but like just watching it was painful to watch, and I could tell Matt was not having a good time. It was stuttering a lot. I will say though, so far, no freezes, no lockups. I mean, she's running. It was funny though, in CS, even though CS is a fairly CPU dependent game, it wasn't much better than the i3 and the 8 gigs of RAM. Oh, an assist. I'm taking these far away fights, keeping it safe, guys. I think this guy's fast. We're pushing him with the enhanced Havoc shotgun. I know you're in here crouching somewhere, boy. No, not the melee, not again. Oh my God, I won. I really thought I just died there. All right. We got a Fortnite Blitz win, so yeah, definitely a lot better than the i3. It's gonna be way better when we add a GPU, but let's go ahead and go on to the next game. Okay, so you know what's funny is I'm having deja vu. I went to launch Killing Floor and Oblivion. Same thing as before. It's gonna go through this and then it's gonna say DX12 is not on this PC because we don't have a DX12 equivalent graphics card. So Killing Floor and Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the new Oblivion remastered, they both need DX12, which you'll get as well on Elder Scrolls. So we're gonna have to put in the GPU to play those games properly, which honestly they wouldn't play good at all, but they probably wouldn't play at all with that GPU anyways. So we're gonna do the same thing as we did before. We're basically, we got Fortnite, we got CS, those are the type of games you should be playing, Valorant, Roblox. It's definitely better than the i3 system by a good amount, especially with that extra RAM. But we're gonna throw in our 1050 Ti, and then we're gonna re-benchmark Fortnite, we're gonna re-benchmark CS, and then we're going to add the new benchmarks of Killing Floor and Oblivion Remastered, which are both very hard to run, and we'll see how they do.
All right, it's time to add the graphics card.
It is time. So, yeah, I was telling Matt, tests were pretty good. I know you ran the 3D Mark time spy. We got a really high score. It was like 73 cents per point.
But we're gonna make big improvements here with a 1050 Ti, which you know you got a good deal when it's wrapped in newspaper.
Is there any good articles?
Maybe, let's see.
There's some sales.
You get a deal on a QLED. QLED 4K TV, baby, for $4.99.
Wow. Deals. We got some food ones in here. Oh, you already got it out. I was like, Matt, there's nothing in here.
We've been scammed.
So I think I got a Zotac card, and I think I paid, or is that Gigabyte? Looks like Gigabyte.
Gigabyte, as that
I think I
orange on
paid
it.
$65 though with free shipping. Honestly, still doesn't feel great for a 1050 Ti, but they're kind of one of those cards where like they're not super cheap still, just because I think people still see some value in them.
Still 4 gigs of VRAM, so we are going to be limited, and especially in the really high-end games. So we'll see how those work out if we can launch them. Because I know you said you couldn't get Killing Floor or Oblivion to launch, correct?
The X12, you got to have it. And I'm curious to see too with this card. I don't know how much worse it is than a 3056 gig. I know it's probably a good amount worse, but it's also a good amount cheaper. So I'm like, is the price to performance say this seems actually really clean? Look at that. It's like no dust in it. I mean, the bracket looks like brand new.
Rattle.
Feels loose, but that's fine.
Quality.
Single fan, but double check. Yep, 4 gigs of GDDR5. You can also get these in like a 2 gig model, so we wanted to avoid that. This should be really easy though. We got a lot of room in here. So, all right. So we got break-off tabs. They're very aggressive break-off tabs. And this is a 2-lane card, so this is pretty easy. We know exactly where we need to go. I like too that they just give you this little dinky guy. It's like, what are you gonna put there? I guess a networking card?
Maybe. Who's gonna be doing that with this thing? No external power required. Again, just know if you're gonna do this at home, that's your path.
Yeah, no, and I know a lot of people, like, they always want to judge us for, like, every single GPU choice we make, but it's like, we're very limited with this, guys. Like, there's not much you can do. Wait, oh my gosh. I almost broke that off.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Just need a little
I
wiggle.
noticed they actually give us a screw hole there, but once you put the side panel on, it actually covers it. That's it. So that was pretty easy. Look how much room we got, though. I think this actually won't be too bad on the temps, and maybe the thermal paste could use replacing, but we'll find that out once we actually benchmark it. But now we can run Fortnite again. We can run, what is the CS? We can run CS, which both of those were playable this time. I will say that i3 system was not great, but these were actually playable this time. They just weren't very good. I feel like this might get us closer to like a competitive experience. So we just got that upgrade done. We're now with the graphics card. We are with a graphics card, and I'm just gonna show you guys, we're still running 1080p, low settings, balanced, super res. I never did have to go to 720p like we did on the i3. We had to go 720p to like even make it kind of playable, but we don't need to do that because actually at 1080p with the iGPU, it wasn't like terrible.
I think they said the average like 45 is what you had over there written down.
Yeah, it was like 45 to like 60.
So this is a big jump. Adding that graphics card is worth it. Oh my. Okay, there you go. That's CS for you.
There he goes. Yeah, we're getting a lot more FPS, as you can see. I don't know why I just chose to reload here, but okay, I need a gun.
I know we were concerned about the power situation. We're at 154 watts.
Ooh, we're only using like 30% of the CPU too, so I'm curious what Fortnite will end up doing. We're using like a lot of the GPU. Now, one thing that's interesting, and this will be a little bit of a spoiler, but we actually, we ran the 3D Mark Time Spy, and this CPU is like double the performance of the i3 in terms of like its single and multi-core thread. But in terms of the GPU, we're about half the performance of a 3056 gig.
3056 gig, if you want to spend more money, you could go down that route. So it'd be interesting to see if the cent per point was different, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. We got to finish testing the rest of these games.
Yeah, with the 3056 gig being like Gen 4 and everything, I mean, it would definitely be, I think it'd be a much better pairing than this 1050 Ti, because it's not a whole lot more money. This guy's just gonna keep killing me on
He's just gonna keep rolling.
But no, this is much more playable. I mean, this is like high refresh rate experience, dude. I'm saying, man, like I need to start I think we should start doing bot lobbies. Because they're not fun. They're just not fun.
Jonah's already calling us out.
Oh, it's this guy again, the silent soldier. Yeah, I'm curious to see like what Fortnite will do. Since it's much more like CPU dependent, and it wasn't too bad on the iGPU either. It wasn't too bad at all. Get 2 more kills.
Oh!
Yeah. Unk's waking up. Unk is waking up.
Copyright strike.
All right, you know what? That's where we call it. So
Fortnite time.
Much better. Let's go to Fortnite.
All right, guys, Blitz Royale. Jackson played this last time, so he'll have to tell me the performance difference is dramatic. Oh, you won a game?
Think you can do that?
Oh, dude, what is this? What is this mode?
Oh, you have infinite ammo and increased damage.
Okay, interesting.
That's pretty good.
I feel like I'm going like super fast right now too.
Oh yeah, you drop hella quick.
All right, so we are running the same settings as before, and we're getting, I would say, high FPS. I mean, we're at 50% render scale, which we don't need to do, and we can probably up the view distance.
Which, as long as you stay alive long enough, I'd like to do that, because when we compared the Walmart one, for some reason we went up to 100% render scale the second run, but I wanted to compare like this to this for now. This is a lot better though. The i3 system I think was getting like, I think like 100 something on average.
Yeah, and definitely you're at the whole thing with like performance settings and why a lot of people run them is you're kind of just trying to get the maximum FPS without sacrificing your gameplay experience. We're at the point now where we are kind of sacrificing our gameplay experience because it's hard to see things in the distance.
Almost looks like you need glasses.
Yeah, once you crank up that render res, you should not feel much of a difference.
You got unlimited ammo, so start shooting.
Anonymous, you're done.
I feel like the unlimited ammo one's a pretty good perk.
I think
It's
so
kind of
too.
hard to find ammo in this.
Okay. Come out from behind that rock, peasant. Oh, someone's...
Rapunzel, Rapunzel.
Oh, God.
Oh, he is real.
Oh no. Someone else is pushing, I'm gonna die. Oh! Oh! All right, we'll reboot and we'll change things up here. I could have started using the Goozy Uzi. All right, we're gonna up this Jean to 100%. Wow, I can see things now. I can see clearly now.
Actually,
The
and,
fog
and-
is
and I
gone.
think this is probably a little closer to what. Kyle, if you don't mind, pull up that i3 comparison a little bit. But I feel like, well, no, we're getting a lot more now. Holy crap! Look at this sky test.
The drop test definitely when you're in here, it goes up
yeah.
really high.
There it goes, there it
And
goes.
it's settling down a little bit. And this is a different mode than we tested before. We didn't do Blitz Royale in the last one, so that is important to mention with the i3. I think it was a normal Fortnite run.
Yeah, we also upgraded the RAM on the second run to dual channel 16. This is single channel 16, so we may still have a little performance left under the hood if we were to upgrade to dual channel, but we ain't gonna spend that money.
All right. What's up? Oh!
It's definitely a real gamer with how they're running.
Why? Oh,
Oh yeah, I mean they're juking.
So from around this door.
Where did they come from?
I don't know.
Yeah, the FPS is definitely a little all over the place, but hey, 1050 Ti is still cooking up. One thing we do have to mention though is it does lose driver support technically about the time this video is going to be released, like in October.
Oh!
Damn,
Yeah.
I got you again.
I just gotta get
So-
killed again by a furry.
You know, Fortnite and those games are probably, like, everything's gonna run fine for a long time, but, you know, maybe the next, like, year or two, you might have some games that, like, don't want to launch or don't run well with that old driver.
Now, speaking of games that may not launch or run well, let's try the high-end games. Let's see if we can get Oblivion and Killing Floor 3 to launch, because before, we could.
Yeah, guys, this ain't looking good. So even with the GPU upgrade, like, in the Killing Floor 3 lobby, I'm, like, able to play and get, like, 50. It's still not great. It's, like, 50 FPS with, FSR set to like performance at 1080p at low settings. So it still wasn't playable really. And as soon as we get into like the little ship, it loads, it just crashes. I don't even know what. It says GPU crash dump triggered. So it probably just can't handle. I mean, it's like, I think that game has a little bit of forced ray tracing and some other stuff to it. So we'll try Oblivion Remastered. Hopefully it's not the exact same thing. All right, guys, the 3056 gig is starting to look really good. I'm just saying. So not only is it just so much better than 1050 Ti, but we can't play Killing Floor, and we also can't even launch Oblivion because it requires 6 gigs of VRAM or more.
So yeah, if you are gonna upgrade this thing, you should probably follow the same path that we did with the Walmart one, because if you do that, you'll actually be able to play more than esports titles. At least try to play them. May not be amazing, but you can try to play them. At this point, we can't even do it. So I guess let's wrap this video up. Yeah, we're in Oblivion Remastered. You know, we said we couldn't do it. We're in here, and I will say, of all the benchmarkers runs, this is one of them. We're running
So it's
FSR
good.
performance, low 1080p, and VRAM is definitely an issue. We're almost at we're basically maxed out like that. Basically maxed on VRAM. GPU is at 99%. Unreal Engine 5 is not kind to the 1050 Ti.
I really think one of the biggest things is just the fact that like Killing Floor and this game just have like certain aspects of forced ray tracing.
Yep.
So these GPUs, they didn't come with it.
They just can't do it. They can't do it. Now, we were able to get it to work on more aggressive settings of 3056 gig. That's where that GPU is pretty handy for upgrading these office PCs. But it ain't gonna get much better than this. 20 FPS. It kind of is what it is.
This is definitely like, you know, 1050 Ti. Use it for the games you know you want to play. But if you're kind of like trying to play a little bit of everything, it's pretty outdated.
Oh, see some Jonas. Come here.
I don't even know we call these things that.
I don't know. This is honestly, this is pretty nauseating FPS.
Is this cheating? You're getting frame by frame gameplay.
If you play like this, respect.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this pretty much caps up the benchmarks on this upgrade. Are these PCs ever the best price performance option? No, I mean, you can do better price performance, but in terms of getting something from Staples, an office store, and putting a GPU in it to game, and even without a GPU is able to play some esports titles, not too shabby. Why is he looking down like that?
He's looking down on his fallen victims.
He's looking down on you all in the comments. He's looking at you. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up, guys.
So we did a lot of benchmarks, guys. We did the Staples PC with no GPU, and the i5, it was boosting. It was doing what it needed to do. So for office work and even some light gaming, not too bad. And then we threw the 1050 Ti in there, and I kind of wish that it had a little more performance still, because in all honesty, compared to the 3056 gig, it looks pretty bad.
Yeah, let's go over the 3D Mark score so you can see the side-by-side difference between the iGPU and that 1050 Ti upgrade. Originally, we got a score of 756, which is a whopping 73 cents per point, which is not great price for performance, but when we add that 1050 Ti and the price of the build goes up a bit, we end up with a score of 2,651, which is a 24 cents per point score. So it is improvement in terms of price performance, but every time we do these videos, we always like to tell you guys, this is not the best way to get the best bang for buck. Like buying an older office PC, like even like a Lenovo P520 and throwing in a used GPU, something like that is a much better bang for buck option. This is just our way of testing what these office PCs look like in the wild nowadays from places like Staples, Walmart, and you guys can let us know down below if there's any other places you want to see us go to buy these computers, and then see, can we upgrade the game? And it looks like we're able to make it game with some limitations.
But as always, we hope you guys enjoyed. If you want us to go to another store and buy one of their PCs, whether it's gaming or not, let us know down below. But make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels, and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Now this PC right here will be for sale at PCBros.tech. You know exactly how it runs, you know what it'll run, and we're transparent about that, so check us out.
Transparency, PC Bros. Like our door when a car ran through it, it was fully transparent. You could see all the way through it. Please don't do that. Use code ToastyBros on checkout. You will save 3% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.